Daniel Negreanu has it all. Fame, wealth.
Let me count. 1, 2, 3.
Personality.
Okay, we need a 10. Just put a 10 and we're good.
What he hasn't had in recent years is a World Series of Poker victory.
Yikes. No! 2013, might as well start here in Australia. Win a bracelet here, win a couple in Las Vegas, and then World Series Europe, and I can get back into the hunt. Because really, at 4 bracelets, for as long as I've been playing, I feel like I should have 6 or 7.
As the overwhelming chip leader here in Australia, opportunity is pounding at the door.
Action, this is what poker's all about. Fun, right, Plaza?
4 opponents stand in Daniel's way of bracelet number 5. Will a trip down under put Negreanu on top of the poker world? Find out next.
Texas Dolly Brunson, who wrote the book.
He's moving in for the kill.
And there it is. Helmuth wins the championship.
Moneymaker puts his name amongst the greatest players in the game.
Wake me now.
Greg Merson is the main event champion.
Biggest day of my life.
Asia Pacific main event.
Welcome back to Melbourne, Australia for the conclusion of the World Series of Poker Asia Pacific main event final table. Outside, there's a fire show. Inside, Daniel Negreanu's been the one on fire. Hi, everybody. Lon McCarran with my longtime broadcast partner, Norman Chad. 5 players with a shot at the bracelet, including Macau's Winfred Yu.
Does he look like a superhero? No, but he's wearing a Spider-Man shirt and he never loses when he's all in.
Aussie Daniel Martin has 2 degrees, but is gunning for his first bracelet.
He's got a sharp mind and a full head of hair. Life is good.
Negreanu's the chip leader and a favorite to win bracelet number 5.
Kid Poker would like to win that bracelet before he turns 40. The clock is ticking.
Oh, how much is 5th pay and how much would 4th pay?
60.
No, but I'm just curious, you know, because I'm worried about these guys and what they need to do for themselves. So, how much would 5th pay and how much would 4th pay? You know?
I haven't even looked at the board. I was trying to make it.
Well, I'm trying to help you.
Concerned
Just
for the
to see
rest
how
of the
much-
field, you're a gentleman.
I'm really worried about you guys, and, you know, this money means a lot to a lot of people, so I want to make sure you're thinking about that when you're making your decisions.
That's
all.
very nice.
Daniel playing every advantage he's got against the 4 other players. Here's the table layout and chip counts. Negreanu, the chip leader, George Tatsis in second, who has proven to be pretty dangerous.
George has the best seat at the table. He can act after Daniel in most hands.
On the other side of the table, a stacked Kid Poker.
Experience matters when the big money is at stake, and Daniel is the only one at the table who really has that. He wants to avoid big pre-flop pots and play Daniel Negreanu's style of poker.
To review the knockouts, Russell Thomas KO'd by George Tatsis, Mikhail Haab by Winfred Yu, and Benny Spindler, the chip leader to start the table, knocked out by Cale Burns in 6th. The next player to go out earns almost 202,000 Aussie dollars.
A little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
I haven't slept for 4 days.
That must be it.
0 minutes sleep in 4 days.
0?
Serious?
Yeah, having insomnia pretty badly.
Wow, it's scary. It's not healthy, bro. You gotta do something about that.
Yeah.
Like sleep.
That would be a good solution.
Folded to Negreanu in the small blind, King 4 of spades.
Negreanu, 9th all-time in World Series cashes.
He limps in for 25,000. The blind's at 25 and 50,000, a 5K ante. George Tatsis, amateur player. He's a house painter. Ace-5 of hearts, a raise, 225,000. Daniel comes along.
At the moment, Tatsis seems like the anti-Daniel, not in a chatty mood.
All right, heads up. Here's the flop. 4 Queen 7, all hearts. Well done, George. The nut flush, bottom pair for Negreanu. Daniel checks.
If I wore that jacket to Applebee's, I bet you I'd get a good table.
Well, it looks like the amateur is not going to slow play the flush, 230,000.
Well, experienced players generally bet their big hands. Tatsis is a house painter, but he's playing this one like a pro.
Daniel not out of the hand, but he needs running miracles to steal this one away. There's a call. King of hearts makes Daniel a little stronger. That could be dangerous.
Yeah, this actually makes it worse for Daniel that he got stronger.
He checks.
Frankly, this is the flip side of running good.
Yeah, no kidding. Daniel now checked it over to Tatsis, and George Tatsis wondering what can he bet that this 4-time bracelet winner will call. How about 275?
Well, he made almost a pot-sized bet on the flop, and here a much smaller bet on the turn.
275, right?
275.
There's the call.
Call.
River card. 7 pairs the board.
Check.
Two full house then.
You have a flush?
Yeah.
Wow, you win. I have 2 pair too. That's
Before you
funny.
pulling the whole way, like trying to fill up.
No, I did. I was. I had kings up,
Free
but not those kings up.
That's
Almost.
a good flop for your hand.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
You even have the straight flush block.
I guess I got lucky.
Yeah.
I made kings up on the turn.
Tatsis within shouting distance of the chip lead.
Flop.
I was like, don't repeat a river, please. It's like, bang.
Did you fill up again? He's like,
Well, like, what do you think? You get what I'm saying? What am I meant to be thinking? Like,
yeah, you
there's
have
a
the
flush.
ace, so what could I have, right?
Yeah, well, that's right.
Daniel Negreanu was the story of this final table when it started, and with 5 players left and the chip lead, he continues to dominate the narrative. Against 4 relatively inexperienced opponents, Norman, what odds do you give Daniel to win bracelet number 5?
Before I answer your poignant question, let me give you some stats. Daniel has 4 bracelets, the rest of the table has none. Before this event, Daniel had 60 World Series cashes, the rest of the table had 1. Daniel has 16 million plus in career earnings. The rest of the table has less than 150,000. So you ask me what odds do I give Daniel to win bracelet number 5? Let me be as precise as I can possibly be. Pretty good.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is... Like,
Daniel has been running more than just pretty good at this final table. 3 chips in play right now. The yellow 5K, the brown 25K, and the biggest, the 100K blue chip.
The World Series expanded to Europe in 2007. Now we have World Series Asia Pacific in 2013. The next frontier, I believe, World Series Maryland.
K.O. Burns with Queen Jack offsuit.
All in.
And he says all in for 800,000.
The 24-year-old with 16 big blinds. And he's going to have some company.
Ace King off for Daniel. The chip leader
Call.
says call. Tatsis gone. You. 2 face cards. In the
You got a
muck.
medium pair.
Nope.
We have an all-in call.
And K.O. Burns is going to need to improve to stick around.
All right. Come on, show me some love, boys.
He needs some love here.
I need some love.
Give me extra slack.
Give me something. Just don't draw me dead on the flop. I want.
This is a win-win for Burns. Win the hand and keep chasing a bracelet. Lose the hand and try to get some sleep.
All right, here's the flop. 10-8 tray, a gut shot for Burns. Negreanu's still ahead.
9 ball.
Got about 37%
9
equity
ball
here.
quarter.
Now the outs on the screen
Ace or king on
represent
turn
what the
makes you
player
more
believes
outs.
his outs to be. The 6 of spades, and Burns a
more.
card away from a 5th place finish.
Queen, jack, or 9 he needs. I'll take the rest.
I'll take a 9.
You would you?
9.
9. No, I'm not. Why am I saying 9?
River card, another 10. Negreanu's ace king holds up, knocking out K.O. Burns in 5th.
hey,
I did full clean up.
I would have had a full house.
Oh, really?
I did.
And see how politely he ships his chips to his opponent? Americans should learn that.
Should have played that one on me.
K.O. Burns earns nearly 202,000 Aussie dollars. 405 entrants began. We're now down to 4 after 4+ days of play.
K.O. Burns will be headed to Las Vegas for the World Series this summer for the first time. This is a good start.
Negreanu once again over 5.2 million, regaining the chips he lost in the previous hand. You see, he holds 43% of the chips in play.
And he looks like he holds 43% of the chips in play line. He's in a great mood.
He
I'm gonna
is
pop
strutting.
Some tags. It's not what you think. You think pop some tags. That must be some slang
George
for something
Tatsis.
else. But he literally just means go
Folds.
buy clothes.
Win
He's got
for
20 bucks to
you.
go buy some clothes.
Queen 6 of spades, and we've said it often, the short stack. We've said it more often. He's all in. For 345,000, Daniel Martin folds 9-5. Negreanu, the chip leader, in the big blind with an
that's
ace.
a possibility. All right, that's 50-50 there. That is, oh my God, automatic.
Oh my God.
This could be the end of Winfred Yu finally.
Yu's been an all-in monster, but indeed, I think Spider-Man's met his match.
How can I got Queen 6 last hand too.
Yeah.
Give me 3 spades and sweat it out.
Ah, that's cool. I don't mind.
2 gentlemen spent a lot of time in Toronto. The flop 10-4 deuce, 2 spades, a flush draw for Winfred.
Not so fast, Dr. Octopus. Here comes Spider-Man.
Yes. Bring it. Bring him a spade. I really don't mind, I promise.
Winfred
It's
Yu is
fine.
an
He's a good kid.
all-in savant.
He invited me to Macau. He's going to put me up, buy me some food. He made the whole place non-smoking just for me. Give him a spade. Everybody, spade. Come on, together.
There it is.
Yes.
There we go. Oh, no, no, no. Not yet. On the river, because now I
can't
can win.
believe Daniel's in such a good mood. He's rooting to lose.
45, right?
But he's got the ace of spades.
Well, another spade, and Yu is gone.
It's a heart, and Winfred Yu doubles to 14 big blinds.
Bravo. 345? If you're going to get aces cracked.
Jump change for Daniel as he happily pays off Yu, who remains the short stack.
I just lost with aces, but it's like the best place ever because he only had 300,000. Yay.
He may not have
That's
a
like
lot of
good luck
chips,
for
but
me.
Winfred Yu still has some of the magic left. The 2013 World Series of Poker Asia Pacific brought to you by ivypoker.com and by the WSOP app. Play the official WSOP game free on your smartphone, available on Android and the App Store.
A nice round of applause for Daniel Kid Poker Negreanu.
Hey, brava! Well, I've cashed in 3 consecutive World Series Poker main events now. I'm really looking forward to this great opportunity to win my 5th bracelet.
Daniel is like definitely one of the best poker players in the world.
Bear down, kid. Think, think, think.
He's just got like so much energy. It's unbelievable.
Well, I got you. You came here to dance, obviously.
It just makes me happy to just sit next to him and play with him.
I have no idea what that means.
Daniel Negreanu is probably one of the most entertaining poker players at the table.
When we first sat down at the table, he started cracking jokes pretty much straight away.
Why don't you give him a tan while you're at it? All right, give him a little color.
Everyone sort of really relaxed fairly quickly into the game.
You're 49? You look the same as you did 15, 20 years ago.
When you first took my money.
Yeah.
He has been taking my money like for 15 years. I'm gonna try to get him this time.
Thanks, y'all.
Norman, Daniel's certainly one of the fun people to be around in the game, but he brings new people to the game, and that's a key.
And I've said it 100 times. Daniel is the poster boy on how you should act at a poker table, and he learned it quite early in the game.
Daniel Martin, ace-9 of hearts, studied nanotechnology, otherwise known as the study of a typical Norman Chad chip stack.
Good for you.
Raised to 100,000. Negreanu with ace-9 off.
They both have ace-9 line, but Negreanu's hand is better. He has the ace of spades, the prettiest card in the deck.
And he thinks, likewise, a re-raise to 305. George Tatsis in the big blind with ace-king of clubs.
And what do you do with ace-king suited when it's been 3-bet in front of you?
Heidi-ho.
Raise.
Well, another raise to 700,000.
And what do you do with ace-9 suited when it's been 4-bet? We're short-handed now. Lots of re-raising. Martin might think he's just being played back at.
Martin says, okay, I believe you. Negreanu says, me too. And Tatsis will take that pot pre-flop, and that will send him to the top of the leaderboard.
The house painter now has the biggest bucket of paint on the table.
Can the amateur hang on at this final table?
Well, Daniel Negreanu's road to a potential 5th bracelet just got a little tougher. Negreanu giving up the chip lead.
Action on Winfred Yu. The short stack, 10-4 offsuit. He will not play Daniel Martin. Small pocket pair, a couple of 4s.
He used to work on research attempting to improve the allowable dosage of radiotherapy. One of the problems encountered involves Cherenkov radiation, which, as you know, Lon, is caused when electrons move faster than the speed of light.
What? Martin raised to 100,000, that's all I know. Folded to Tatsis with pocket jacks.
Now, as you know, Lon, no dosage of radiotherapy can help pocket jacks.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Raise.
Careful, George. A re-raise to 290,000. Martin now with the pocket pair also, but much smaller.
We saw Martin fold to a Tatsis 4-bet just a moment ago.
Looks like Martin's going to give Tatsis some of his own medicine. He 4-bets to 475.
Well, I think it bears repeating. There are 6 ways to play pocket jacks, all wrong.
George asking for a count on Martin.
1.3.
And now the amateur.
All in.
3 raises to put Martin all in.
Maybe George Tatsis has found a 7th way to play pocket jacks.
The undiscovered winning formula for pocket jacks, maybe. And Martin does fold, and the jacks work.
Well, Tatsis on a mini heater. He flopped nut flush against Negreanu, got the 4-bet with ace-king suited, and now takes another pot pre-flop with a pocket jacks 5-bet.
Martin feeling the wrath of George Tatsis, who's using the bully pulpit to increase his stack.
Well, a lot of chips flying across this table, and somehow Winfred Yu's still here.
That is true, and he's one of the have-nots. He and Martin, two of the short stacks. The bulk of the chips with Tatsis and Negreanu. Daniel Negreanu with pocket fives. And a raise to 115,000. A couple of kings for Tatsis.
Jeez, why would you paint houses for a living if you can just sit around all day and be dealt big hands?
Double paint for the painter here. And a re-raise with the kings to 290,000. You now in the small blind with a jack and a 4. Into the muck. Daniel Martin. 10-7 of clubs in the big blind.
Daniel Negreanu's favorite hand actually is 10-7 offsuit.
And what is Martin thinking about?
Well, he might be thinking, this guy can't have it every time.
Molly.
And he says all in.
This is not good.
Negreanu's gone.
Yeah, cool.
And certainly a quick call from Tatsis to put Martin at risk.
Martin pushes with 26 big blinds left, and he's way behind.
And short stack Winfred Yu may be moving up the pay ladder.
5 hand.
I just want to run like Winfred.
When you're all in against the nuts.
But Winfred Yu cracked aces all in previously at this final table. Let's see if Daniel Martin can crack pocket kings all in.
There's a 10 for Martin, top pair and open-ended. Wow.
Martin just doubled his chances of staying alive.
And Tatsis hates to see that flop.
It's a good flop.
He needs a 6, a 7, a 10, or a jack on the turn or the river to double up.
Or 2 bigs.
A 6, and there it is, a straight for Martin.
Big pairs, no
Tatsis can only chop now. Martin is guaranteed to stay alive.
No chop, 100% double up for Daniel Martin.
They don't know the power.
Tatsis's heater hits a cooler.
10-7 doubles through the pocket kings.
You got screwed there.
No pay bump for Winfred Yu or the others right there.
I'm good.
Tatsis down to 3.3 million. Sometimes you do everything right and the cards go all wrong.
Molly.
Yeah, cool.
The Kings cracked by an unlikely couple of winners, leaving George Tatsis shaking his head. Welcome back to Crown Melbourne in Australia. Still four-handed after Daniel Martin's unlikely double-up. Daniel Negreanu back in the chip lead after briefly losing it to Aussie George Tatsis. Winfred Yu, do we need to say it again, is the short stack. Yu under the gun. Jack 10 offsuit. And his chips in the middle again, 665,000.
Yu is an 84% favorite to double up against anybody. He is an all-in savant.
Negreanu folds. Tatsis now. Pocket trays.
Next life farm.
But don't do it. We know the pair of threes are best, but don't do it.
He's thinking about it. He's witnessed Yu's magic.
Cool.
But still, he's going to fight it and makes the call.
Well, those percentages you see are irrelevant. Winfred Yu is a massive favorite here.
George Tatsis maybe still a little bit on tilt after his kings were cracked.
Can Winfred do it again?
He's got 3 or 4 more left. So I've got to waste them up, or else we're never going to go.
Yeah, well, if you were suited, you'd be 50-50. So now you're like a little bit behind.
All right, here's the flop. There's a king, king, queen. You with a straight draw. Look out, George.
Now you're a dog. Huge. The threes are just drawing slim.
Tatsis uneasy. Yu now a bigger favorite to stay alive again.
King would be bad for him.
But George does have the best hand at the moment.
You say keep it low?
Turn card deuce of diamonds, no help to you.
9, 10, jack, queen, ace for Winfred. The rest of the deck? for George the Greek.
What's the point of a 2 of diamonds on the turn? I'll tell you the point. It's just delays Winfred Yu's winning by 1 card.
Here's the river, and Winfred Yu wins it with Broadway.
That's it.
How does he do it?
Down to 3. That's so sick.
I love this game.
George Tatsis really has cooled off, and Winfred Yu is 5-0 at this final table when he's all in.
Daniel.
And right.
You first. I'm
Hey,
second.
I would have beat you. Oh, no, I wouldn't have beat you.
Hey?
George learning a hard lesson at this final table. Having a real job is tough. Playing poker for a living, even tougher. Let's take a closer look at George Tatsis, who has been running horribly the last few hands he's played. A single father of 2 who works as a painter.
His father, also a house painter and a card dealer, and he taught George how to paint and how to play cards. As a kid, George used to play a poker game called Manila, which uses a 32-card deck. I'm better at that because there's less math.
This has been exciting television, I'd say. Lots of crazy hands, crazy rivers, crazy turns. Good stuff. Producer's dream.
Kid Poker usually in a good mood. He's in a particularly good mood here. He's so comfortable and seems confident the bracelet ultimately will be his.
Daniel Negreanu under the gun with ace, queen of hearts.
Who whistles when they get ace, queen?
You know that song's about like going to work?
Sits with over half the chips in play. A raise to 130,000 on the button. George Tatsis, jack 9 of hearts.
Tatsis not in as good of a mood as Negreanu after doubling up 2 straight opponents. You got lucky against Tatsis, and Martin got lucky just before that.
Well, George playing like he still has the chip lead. A re-raise to 290. Folded to Daniel Martin. 10-6 suited. No thank you, so back to Negreanu.
And Negreanu perhaps pondering a 4-bet here, though he's usually not a let's play a big pot pre-flop type of vegan.
160,000 more to call.
Okay, I figured it out. It took me a while. I just wasn't sure what the right play was for the situation. Now I got it. Very, very specific, weird one. You know, commentators are going to laugh, but it makes sense. In the long run, it's going to make sense.
It makes no sense.
Oh,
it makes
what
sense.
are you doing, Negreanu? There's the flop. Queen, jack, jack, 2 pair for Negreanu. Trip jacks for George Tatsis.
Negreanu checks. Tatsis flopped a nut flush against Negreanu earlier and bet it. Now he's flopped another monster against the chip leader.
George not shy to bet his big hands. 275.
275.
Just a horrendous flop for Negreanu because he's got to like his hand a lot.
Daniel with the call. 4 of diamonds misses Negreanu. He checks. Tatsis looking for a way to get chips back in his stack. He's got a huge hand and seems to have a willing customer. 510,000.
Negreanu thinking to himself, I know the 4 diamonds didn't change anything, and I'm thirsty, so let me just drink some water first.
Daniel with queens and jacks, but Tatsis the 95% favorite with trip jacks.
I'm all in.
He raises Tatsis all in.
You got a good one? You got a good hand?
Yeah, he does. Much better one than yours.
Cool.
Oh boy, you do. You got a jack?
Tatsis 1 card away from a double up.
What was he worried about?
I'm just trying to work it out, that's all.
I should have re-raised 3.
Tatsis turns it back around here in one hand. The house painter just needs to dodge a queen to double up.
And now the river card. Oh, it is a queen! Tatsis is gone!
Gosh. Sorry, brother, man.
Right.
Jeez, that's so ugly. Sorry, bro. Wow. That was lucky for me. Jeez.
4th place for George Tatsis, almost $285,000, enough to paint any town red.
He loses 3 straight all-in situations. Each time George Tatsis got it in with the best hand, and he's gone.
What are you going to do, right?
Yes. Down to 3. That's so sick.
Whoa, baby.
It's the dream every poker player has at the World Series of Poker, winning one of those bracelets. Just before the break, chip leader Daniel Negreanu hit a 2-outer. Three-time bracelet winner Antonio Esfandiari tells us if Daniel played the hand well.
This is a pretty interesting hand because everyone watching this at home is thinking, why wouldn't Daniel re-raise with such a monster before the flop? And the reason for that is when you have such an overwhelming chip lead, what you don't want to do is put yourself in a situation to give that up. There's a lot of value in that. And so I like his play to just call pre-flop. Now, once the flop comes out and the money starts going in, especially on the turn, there's really no getting away from it. It's just going all in one way or another. And when you do get all your money in with 2 outs, why not suck out? Nice catch, buddy.
Well, that levels the playing field for you two gentlemen. How much is second again? And third, what's the difference? just want to make sure. So third, so last thing to come heads up was worth a lot of money. Because third is how much? Just want to make sure that these guys know this. Wow, that's $200,000 just for folding your way to second. Man, sounds like a great deal for both of you. But don't let me influence your decision, because I don't want to do that.
Negreanu working the room. It's a small room at the moment. 2 shorter stacked opponents. He's hoping to grind down.
Negreanu holds nearly $8 million more than second place Daniel Martin. Negreanu is 7-4 off. Why not play it? Let's test these guys. A raise to 130,000. Winfred Yu, Queen 7 of diamonds.
Well, it looks like you perhaps not willing to take Negreanu's fold your way to second place money advice. He's got 10 big blinds left.
And they're all in the middle again. No fear from Winfred Yu. Daniel Martin in the big blind with pocket 8s.
30 big blinds left for Martin.
With the big stack to his left, still active. What will Martin do? No re-raise, just a call. Negreanu folds.
Good luck, gentlemen.
You at risk.
Martin with the best hand, you with the best history.
This live number 8 coming up.
Yeah, number 8, lucky 8s.
Yeah, number 8, lucky 8s.
Pocket 8s against the Queen 7. And here's the flop, and there's a queen, of course.
Winfred hit number 8. He's got 8 live. One more left after this, Winfred.
Spider-Man does move like a cat, right?
He is one sly devil. Turn card. King of diamonds. Martin, one more chance to get heads up here.
Winfred's the greatest short stack man of all time. He's just the best.
Now only an 8 would send Winfred Yu home.
The river card is a 9. Gave him a scare, but Yu doubles up yet again.
Bravo. You're putting on a clinic today.
Did I put on a show?
You're putting on a clinic.
Yu will not fold his way to second.
Yeah.
Rather, he's going to all-in savant his way to the bracelet.
That was awesome.
You didn't happen to have a king, did you?
No, I had a... No, I didn't have it.
Did Daniel and me put on a show?
I had one of his outs, but not that one.
Like old times.
Daniel Martin was this close to adding another $200,000 to his already biggest cash ever. He was once working as a scientist until 2011, took leave to try out poker, and he's doing pretty well. He's going to end up with a good payday here tonight.
He started playing in pub poker leagues 8 years ago for free. Now hopes to come to Las Vegas for the World Series for the first time this year.
Daniel Martin sitting with just over 1 million chips. Winfred Yu sitting with just over 1 million chips. Daniel Negreanu with just under 10 million. Ace king for Winfred Yu.
He runs a poker club in Macau. It's nice work if you can get it. Working with just 20 big blinds here.
Not all in.
Oh.
150,000.
Martin, Jack 5 suited. Negreanu. Jack 9 suited.
Oh, Negreanu's going to play. He drives around all day singing the suited connector song.
I just call. See a flop. It's been a while, right, guys? Let's see what comes.
All right, heads up. Negreanu and Yu. And it is all spades. Negreanu flops the flush. Yu with top pair, top kicker.
That's a cruel flop for Winfred Yu.
Daniel checked.
Spade check coming.
Yep.
Hold it.
Call.
Call.
Winfred Yu will have to do it again.
It doesn't look good, but I still think this is 97% for you, 3% chance for Negreanu.
Gee, ace-king.
Martin may be heads up soon.
You've been in worse spots, or similar spots, and come out okay. You never know.
Turn card 10 of spades brings a quick end to it. Amazingly, the entertaining run by Winfred Yu has come to an end.
Yeah.
Kid Poker's been taking his money for 15 or 20 years, and it continues, but a great run for Winfred Yu.
He ran through a couple of years' worth of luck at this table, and he cashes out for over $423,000 in third place.
So Dan, chop the money and you have the bracelet?
All right. He's like, wait, verbal. Verbal is binding.
It's all on the line now. Daniel Negreanu and Daniel Martin heads up for the bracelet and over $1 million.
I'm going for my 5th bracelet, and to be honest with you, I feel like I should have a lot more than 4 already.
Negreanu dialed in for number 5. Martin looking for his first.
27K.
None of Negreanu's bracelets in No Limit Hold'em. That's similar to his more decorated buddy Phil Ivey, who has 9 bracelets, none of them in No Limit Hold'em.
Sure, it's a 10-1 lead for Negreanu, but Martin has a chance to create a World Series legend here. 8-6 off. Martin with a raise to $125,000. Negreanu with King Trey of Hearts.
Negreanu won bracelets in 1998, 2003, 2004, and 2008, trying to end a 5-year dry spell.
With all the bracelets, with all the success through the years, come a lot of heads-up experience for Negreanu. A call. The flop. Queen 9-5, King High still ahead. Martin with a gut shot.
You mentioned Kid Poker has a 10-1 chip lead here, but heads up is momentum driven, and Martin, if he can put together a few pots in a row, who knows?
A free turn card, 8 of Hearts, that pairs Martin, and he has the advantage. Negreanu checks again. Martin cautiously checks. River card, another queen. Negreanu will test his counterpart here. 160,000. And a call.
I have the king high.
Negreanu said, I have king high, knowing it was second best.
Good hand.
So baby steps forward for Daniel Martin. Before the final table began, we asked him about winning a bracelet, and of course he was predictably humble.
A bracelet for me at this stage in my poker career would be more than a dream come true. Like I would never have even imagined this. Like I think at the beginning of the tournament, I hadn't even considered the bracelet. It was more trying to reach the cash and go as far as I could. So as far as my poker career, it'd be a huge kickstart.
Martin with $1.3 million plus.
He worked as a scientist until 2011. I dissected a frog in 7th grade biology in 1972.
Queen Jack of Spades for Martin.
This is Martin's first World Series cash ever. It is Negreanu's 61st.
And Martin on a steep learning curve here against Kid Poker. A raise to 125,000 with Queen Jack suited. Negreanu with an ace.
And Negreanu eyeing Martin's stack.
And he wants all of it.
Yikes.
And a call.
Too fast. He calls too fast. Not good for me. Oh, I have you beat.
You do.
Oh, okay. You have queen high? I can beat that for now. How about no sweat? Let's have some champagne. Ace 4-5. Okay? Don't get crazy on me now. Ace 4-5, champagne time.
Negreanu wants to get it over with.
Make it a little bit interesting.
Nah, I'm not looking for interesting anymore. I've had plenty of fun. Really. I've had plenty. It's been a blast. Let's just make it peaceful. No blood.
Here's the flop. Oh, look
Ooh,
out.
That's too much blood.
Martin open-ended.
Why always so scary? Every time. Oh, gosh.
Let's have some more fun.
A lot of outs. You need 8, Jack, Queen, King. It's too many.
You got one of my outs.
I do.
Deuce
that's
of
one.
diamonds.
Safe. No, please not. No, I don't even want to look at this card. There's so many bad memories coming to my mind right now. So many bad memories. How about a 4? Just end it. Put a 4 out there. Please. Please. A 4.
Can Negreanu win
small.
bracelet number 5 here? No! Martin with the straight and new life.
Never ending.
Well, this could be the 2009 World Series Europe main event heads up all over again for Negreanu when he couldn't finish off Barry Shulman.
Bracelet number 5 still on hold.
How about a 4? Just end it.
No 4, no win. And Negreanu's lead is dwindling. Tonight's bracelet moments are presented by PokerListings.com. In the inaugural year of the World Series of Poker Asia Pacific, who better to win a bracelet than the best in the world, Phil Ivey. The legend won his 9th piece of jewelry in the 2K mixed game event, earning over 50,000 Australian dollars.
The last, 5 or 6 final tables I made, I didn't win. So, I was getting very frustrated, so I'm very happy to win this tournament.
Event number 4 delivered a hometown hero as Australian pro Aaron Lim won gold at the 5K No Limit 6 Max event, cashing for over 200,000 AUD. Daniel Negreanu has had plenty of close calls for his 5th bracelet, but none closer than at the 09 World Series Europe.
I'm all in.
The turn card, is a heart! Shulman wastes no time. Here's the turn card. Another jack for Daniel. What a card! The river card. Is an ace! That did not just happen, did it? 63-year-old Barry Shulman is the World Series of Poker Europe main event champion.
Obviously, Negreanu focused on sealing the deal here, but I guarantee you he's had a Barry Shulman flashback in his mind at some point tonight.
Negreanu played at the final table in which Phil Ivey won a bracelet. We just saw Martin with ace tray offsuit. See the blinds, 30 and 60,000. And that's a raise to 125,000. Negreanu with a weaker ace.
Negreanu so frustrated in recent years. His buddies and contemporaries, Alan Cunningham and John Jawanda, both have leapfrogged him to 5 bracelets.
Negreanu with a re-raise to 310,000.
Martin's stack is now deep enough that Negreanu could take a flop, but he is choosing to 3-bet here.
Martin is choosing to re-raise all in.
Negreanu a little upset with himself.
And he'll fold this time. No reason to risk giving Martin another double up.
A good play there from Martin. He knows the deeper into hands he goes with Negreanu, the more of an advantage Negreanu has. Just hope to take it down right there.
Daniel Martin getting under the skin of Negreanu a little bit.
It's amazing, even though Negreanu has dominated this final table, 1 Martin double up, and this match is essentially even.
And that fact not lost on Negreanu. 10-8 offsuit. 125,000. Martin with a pocket pair, 7s.
Martin told us he has sore thumbs from messaging all the people who contacted him to wish him luck before this final table.
Martin waiting to pounce with that pocket pair. There's the re-raise to 325. 200,000 more for Negreanu. 2 blues, that's a call.
Yeah, Negreanu can take a flop in position here, unlike the previous hand.
The flop. Queen, queen, jack. 2 pair for Daniel Martin. A gut shot for Negreanu.
7s are still good, but does Martin like that flop?
What does 325,000 tell you?
Negreanu, as you mentioned, picked up a gut shot, but he's still staring at 10 high.
There's a call.
Well, maybe he has notions of stealing this pot.
Negreanu pairs his 10 to snatch the lead away. Martin now needs to be cautious.
Negreanu doesn't have to steal anything. Negreanu playing good and running better.
450,000 from Martin.
That's not a big bet.
About a third of the pot. Daniel with a call. River card. No change. 5 of clubs. Daniel Negreanu has the best hand. Queens and 10s.
Check.
Martin checks.
Martin says no more.
I check.
Check. Sevens and queens.
Negreanu will take it.
Yeah, 10 was bad.
Yeah.
Gotta feel bad for the Australian on that one. That was a costly loss, more than 1/3 of his stack.
So the comeback stalls for Daniel Martin as chip leader Daniel Negreanu over 10.3 million. We saw Daniel Negreanu's close call in Europe 4 years ago, but he's had a few other close calls, including right here in Melbourne. As I mentioned, he finished 4th to Phil Ivey, who took down the bracelet.
So tough to win bracelets these days, and it makes Phil Hellmuth's 13 at the moment seem otherworldly.
Negreanu now with ace-8.
Raised to 125,000.
And you heard the dealer, a raise to 125,000. Martin with 8-4 off. And Martin's going to use all his might, all in.
Second time's a charm. I call.
And Daniel Negreanu with another chance to win bracelet number 5. He's in much better shape here.
Martin gets out of line. He had nearly 30 big blinds left.
Ace, please. No 4s this time.
You
no
like
4s. Just an ace.
Ace-8 didn't work last time. Negreanu tries again.
How do you have that hand dominated?
I know, right? And call. You should be live, you'd think. This is not the fun part. This is the scary part. I don't like jumping out of airplanes and this feeling and emotion I got now all of a sudden.
All right, here's the flop. There's an ace for Negreanu as the bracelet comes more into focus.
Always out. Why can't it ever be easy?
But a gut shot for Martin.
Dang it.
Put a 3 diamonds out there.
No.
Negreanu's still nearly a 4-to-1 favorite to win it all. Well, he can taste the 5th bracelet.
Turn card is a 6. Martin turns the straight. Negreanu flies off the handle. The river card a 9, and they are going to chop this pot, each holding the 8.
Sure.
Oh, I slipped.
Yeah, you tried.
Oh, I thought I lost. Oh, I just broke my knee for nothing.
When the straight came in, Negreanu's knee took the brunt of it.
Ouch, my knee hurts. Always out. Why can't it ever be easy? Oh, I slipped.
Yeah, you tried.
Oh, I thought I lost.
The 2013 World Series of Poker Asia Pacific, brought to you by ivypoker.com and by Caesars Casino on Facebook. What happens in Vegas now happens anywhere you want. Real casino action, totally free. A look at one of Melbourne's biggest attractions, the aquarium right across the Yarra River from the Crown Melbourne, where there are no more fish remaining. We're heads up at this championship table. 2 Daniels, Negreanu and Martin, looking for World Series jewelry. Daniel Martin with ace-deuce. And the ace heads up often means raise to 125,000. Negreanu with king tray.
It's a blog listing his poker goals every year. Of course, winning a bracelet always on that list, and he can take care of that here in Australia before we even get to the World Series in Las Vegas.
Big stack. Heads up often means re-raise to 310,000.
Negreanu 3-betting out of position.
Martin with the short stack and an ace means all in. And a quick fold from Negreanu. Martin will collect a few more precious chips.
Negreanu would be joining some stellar company at 5 bracelets, including main event champions Stu Unger, Barry Johnston, Scotty Wynn, and Chris Ferguson. Ted Forrest and Jeff Lissandro also have 5 bracelets.
Negreanu trying to put away the pesky Aussie and cash in for that bracelet and over $1 million Aussie dollars. Another ace, suited ace-7 for Martin. Another raise to 125. Pocket pair, the smallest for Negreanu.
All in.
Players all in.
Re-raises Martin all in. Martin says, okay, let's go.
Okay.
Racing for glory, racing for survival.
Pair of deuces. How about a deuce this time? With no spade. Oh, I got a spade already. Or just whatever. I'm going to stop asking for cards. It's not working. Okay, this could be it.
This could be it for bracelet number 5, the flop. 6 Jack King, Martin whiffs, Negreanu in the driver's seat.
Negreanu again 2 cards away from ending his bracelet slump.
Both players figuring the outs.
Oh.
10 of hearts, Martin picks up 4 more now with a Broadway
You got
draw.
the ace, the queen, the 7. Let's have a deuce.
A pair
or
board
four.
would be nice.
Let's do the 4 now. Oh, I'm stopped. I promised myself I wouldn't ask for cards. Shut up, Daniel. Just let whatever happens, happens.
Just don't hurt your knee if...
Huh? Yeah, no, my knee's away from anything bad.
Bracelet number 5 for Daniel.
Negreanu with more relief than excitement at the moment, but trust me, he is ecstatic.
That payday for Martin may put the scientific career further on the back burner.
Heart beating. Yeah, I win.
Yes, you do. It was a long time coming, but Daniel Negreanu finally gets bracelet number 5, and the first place payday ain't bad either, over $1 million. Daniel Martin impressed, but in the end, Kid Poker was just too much.
Well-deserved, well overdue. It was pretty smooth sailing for Negreanu, other than the banged-up knee.
A shot at World Series glory took Daniel Negreanu and many others to Australia.
Oh, how much is 5th pay and how much would 4th pay? How much is 2nd again? And 3rd, what's the difference?
Though there were bumps in the bracelet road.
That's good. What was he worried about? 2nd time's a charm? Unbelievable.
Daniel's drought has disappeared.
Yeah! 4. Yeah, I win.
And here is your fantastic WSOP bracelet. Congratulations, Daniel.
For Norman Chat, I'm Lon McCarran. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.